What's good, y'all? I wanted to bring something different to the table. I'm so used to doing what's in my camera bag videos, but I wanted to show you the technology that I'm using on the day-to-day to help me bring the vision to life as a full-time YouTuber. So these are gonna be these items. Now the bags that I cycle to carry all of this stuff is really dependent on how much of it I have, but it's gonna be either between my timber camera bag or a regular tote, nothing too crazy. The first item I have is the M1 Max MacBook Pro. And I feel like I can't say enough good things about this laptop. I feel like this is really the one that just changed the game for everybody, because before this, you never knew if your MacBook was gonna support the next camera that came out in terms of being able to edit that footage. But this one right here has stood solid ever since it came out. I have no reason to even upgrade this. I can't get this to lock up for nothing. So this is the fully spec'd out M1 Max version. And like I said, everything that I do on this laptop is super speedy. The battery life is amazing. It still has the best in class screen, full size HDMI. I can't say enough good things about this laptop right here. If you're looking to upgrade from like an Intel version of the MacBooks, or you're just trying to go from a desktop to a laptop, I would say if you can find this for a great price, go ahead and pick it up. I know they discontinued it, but maybe if you hop on eBay, you go on B&H, you'll find one for a good price. This thing is a steal. And I don't see myself upgrading no time soon. While we're on the topic of the MacBook, I want to talk about some accessories. Now, the first one I have is the MX Master 3S mouse by Logitech. And man, this mouse right here is like a must-have. If you're editing and you don't have this mouse, you losing, because this thing allows you to mold it to however you like creating. On the side, it has two buttons right here that you can map to whatever buttons inside a certain program. So inside of Final Cut, I got my first button right here mapped to cut, my back button right here mapped to delete. You have the horizontal scroll wheel, and then you have another customizable button on top. This thing right here, it is so customizable. The ergonomics of it are just great. Like, look, like it just fits the natural shape of the hand. So while you gliding this on the desk, you're never gonna feel uncomfortable. I love this mouse right here, man. It also has a charging port on the front and not on the bottom. This is like a must-have right here. Definitely pick this up if you don't have one. Next, on the side of accessories, we have some audio options. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I'm an Apple fanboy. If it's anything in the Apple ecosystem, I probably have it. I'm an AirPods user at heart, but I've lost so many of them, probably like 5 pair at this point. And I just went in my closet one day because I needed some headphones. I got these Sony S Buds for free at a Sony event. So these are kind of a wild card. I needed the ball, I needed to get some music in my ear. I put these on one day and these honestly sound really good. I don't really mind the way that they look. They got a really great noise cancellation and ambience mode. So I've been using them as of lately. I'm gonna probably pick up some AirPods to be completely honest with you, but for the time being, these ain't bad. These kind of a wild card for me. When it comes to editing though, these Bose Quiet Comfort 700s are some of my favorite headphones ever. These are also awesome for traveling. They sound really good. They're wireless Bluetooth, obviously. They have noise cancellation. They just look and sound really good, and they're also extremely freaking comfortable. I love these headphones. I use these for editing every time I'm doing it, whenever I'm traveling. These are the ones that I'm choosing. I like these. All right, now let's get into cameras. One of them at least. The other one I got up top on a top-down angle, so I'll probably end up talking about that last. But we have the Fuji X100V. This is the camera that broke the internet for a couple years, and I got my hands on it. I rented this out for a trip that I did a couple years ago. I just love the film simulation so much that I had to find me one. I ended up getting this for the low. When everybody was paying resale, I went on Fuji's website and got this refurbished for below retail. So this was an instant win for me. This is something that I always got in my bag. If I need to take a thumbnail picture, I'm probably gravitating towards this. If I need to take a picture of my family, if I need somebody to take a picture of me, I'm gonna give them this camera because it's so easy. I can just set it to auto or aperture priority, let the film simulation do its thing, and it's also small and lightweight. And it just looks good as well. Like, that's something that you can also equate on this camera. I like it, man. I don't remember where I got this camera strap from, but I'll make sure to link it down in the description below. But I like it. I haven't been using it a lot lately. I haven't been using it enough to justify upgrading to the X106. So this is just something that I always got on me. You never really know when you got to take a dope pic, and this is one of those fun cameras that you really can't explain. You kind of have to use this and try it out to get it, you know. It's like one of those if you know type of cameras. X100V is definitely dope, and I always keep this in my bag. Now before we get into the rest of the items in this EDC, I want to tell you about one platform that I just can't edit without. You guys have never heard about Storyblocks. It's an online platform with literally over 1 million assets to help you spice up your edits. You got stock video clips, you got stock audio, you have stock images, You got motion templates, you got motion backgrounds, and these are all compatible for pretty much all of the major editing platforms out there. Final Cut Pro 10, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, you name it, they got you. Great thing about this platform is that all of these assets are royalty free, and with one affordable subscription, you can download and use as many of these assets whenever you want for whatever you want. So if you're interested in spicing up your next edit and also dumbing down your subscriptions to one affordable price, make sure you guys check out the unlimited plan at Storyblocks. There's gonna be a link down in the description below. Click that, get you an unlimited plan. You definitely will not be disappointed. Let's get back into the EDC. Now, with me being an Apple fanboy, it's to no surprise that I have an iPhone. Now, honestly, I never really was the person to upgrade every single year. Like I used to when iPhones first came out, but you know, you eventually get to a point where your iPhone is just an iPhone. But I wanted to get on the bandwagon of like getting some of those early on Apple product reviews and early product views from Apple products. So I upgraded to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and this phone is actually incredible. I feel like if you upgrade every single year, you never really feel the power of the next iPhone or really appreciate it. But if you come from a couple models before, you just end up loving your phone. So this right here is the 15 Pro Max, and this is in the titanium colorway. Beautiful phone, beautiful screen. Cameras on this are incredible. You got the Apple ProRes log. The footage from it just looks amazing. But honestly, I really don't use ProRes log that much. I end up just using it in this regular mode. The footage still comes out great. I probably end up throwing like a vintage overlay simulation on top of it. Great photos are coming out of this phone. I'm rocking it right now with the moment case. You can see that blue and that titanium just looks really good. Love this phone. Screen is just incredible browsing experience. Everything about this phone is so nice. All right, let's get into another camera. This right here is the Insta360 X4, and I freaking love this camera. This camera right here has some controversy recently in the filmmaking world. It was rumors going around that Insta360 was paying influencers to not say that their videos were sponsored. I personally never had that experience with them. And I like this camera, despite what a lot of people say about it and the quality of it. Not to say that the quality is bad, but I think that the convenience aspect of using a camera like this heavily outweighs how the footage even looks regardless. I love this because this is just a great documentarian camera. You just turn it on, press record, and you can choose the angles and everything that you want to do with the footage in post. If I want to get an ultra wide shot, I can do that. If I want to, you know, not have it look as warped and as fisheye, I can do that as well. This is just one of those fun cameras. The stabilization is incredible. I just always got it with me, man. You never know when you need to document something, and this is just so easy to do that. All right, let's get into something that is not as traditional. This right here is a Cologne. Now, I used to not really be into scents like that. My wife got me into scents, and I'll give her that credit. But man, ever since then, I always got to keep some sort of scent on me. You never know. You don't want to be out here stinking. You never know who you about to meet. You never know what type of impression you need to, you know, set out the gate. Just being able to have this in your bag, always on you, hit yourself with a couple spritz, you know, refresh the scent, is a must for me. This right here is from YSL, and I like this scent because it's super airy, it smells good, it smells nice and light, and this is like the perfect everyday scent for me. I don't really want to go out and do too much, you know, and I feel like this scent right here really embodies how I feel on a day-to-day. Always got to make sure you got some sort of smell good on you. This next item right here is for safety. This is strictly for safety. I always keep a portable power bank on me because you never really know when you need to charge something. You never want your phone to die. You never want your camera batteries to die. You never want your laptop to die. And this thing right here helps me on all fronts. So this is the Storm 2 by SharkGeek, and it's a couple things that I really like about this. First is the design of it. Like, it looks good. You can't deny how cool it looks. It reminds me of like retro gaming systems like the Nintendo 64 and the old school PlayStation controllers, that cool stuff like that. But another thing that I really like about it is that it has a couple different ports on the top. So you got two USB-C, you got a USB-A up there, and then you also have a wattage readout inside of the menu whenever you plug something into this. So this is always going to tell you exactly how much wattage is being drawn from it and also how much wattage is being input into it. So I think that that's really dope. It can give you an accurate readout and an accurate representation or just accurate guess of how fast something will charge or how fast this will charge. This is also offering power delivery as well. So this can charge my laptop, this can charge batteries from a camera, this can charge my phone extremely fast, and it has a good amount of milliamp hours as well. So the battery life inside of this goes for a significant amount of time. I love this. This is a really dope power bank. Okay, next thing I got is my key. I currently drive 2023 Audi S5. But I'm already thinking about my next vehicle. I love my car. I think it's super fun to drive, but being somebody who creates and does production so often, it's annoying loading gear into my car. Thankfully, my wife has a USB, a SUV, so I don't really gotta worry too much, but this is just my key. Something super simple. Next item is right here on the wrist. This is Apple Watch. I don't even know what series Apple Watch this is, but it does everything that I needed to do perfectly fine. Tracks my movement, tracks my steps, tracks my workouts. I can look at it, see what time it is at a glance, see what the weather's like, all that good stuff like that. I'll never upgrade into the rugged Apple Watch Pro or whatever it's even called. This does the job perfectly fine for me. Next item is stabilization. Now, this mini Manfrotto tripod has been with me literally for years. As soon as I started YouTube, I bought one of these. And this has been the one that I've been using this entire time. I love this because it allows me to just be able to set up anywhere. If I'm at a coffee shop, I can quickly throw my camera onto the desk or onto the countertop, wherever I'm at, document myself, get some cool vlog clips. If I'm doing BTS, I can always sit this on the ground in the corner and just be good to go. This right here is just a phone attachment. So I can clamp my phone down with I can just clamp my phone down inside of that, and then I can just screw this onto the mini tripod. And then I always got, you know, either a mobile vlog setup where I can do this, or I can just set it down into a camera. And even if I'm taking a call, like a FaceTime or something, I can just always set my phone up, boom, I'm good to go. I like this, super versatile, something super small, but something I always got on me. Love this. Next thing is also something super unordinary. This right here is Burt's Bees. As a person who's always on camera, you always gotta look presentable, at least to a certain extent. And for me, I'm one of those people who gets like an excess amount of like dead skin on their lips. And I find that this Burt's Bees is literally the only thing that works for me. Like chapstick don't do nothing for me. I gotta use Burt's. If you've never tried Burt's Bees, try it out. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it. This is a great lip balm right here. Last but definitely not least, this is my content creator camera. Now I do have the R5C that I'm filming this on right now, which is a great cinema camera, but I'm never gonna be using that to vlog on or anything like that. This right here is the Canon R8, and I realized I've never really talked about this camera. I've never hopped on camera and said I own this camera. I've never dropped any videos about it, but this is currently the camera that I'm using to film a lot of the B-roll, a lot of the behind the scenes content on this channel, and I like it. It's a very inexpensive full frame camera with a great amount of features and a great quality, I would say. I love this little kit right here though. So this is the R8 with the 16mm prime RF, and when I'm vlogging, I could just throw on this microphone. This is the Rode Video Micro 2, Micro. I was about to say Micro. This is the Rode Video Micro 2. And this is an extremely small setup. Let me take this dead cat off real quick. The dead cat can make it look a lot bigger than it actually is, but you see how small this is right here? I'm literally holding this with 3 fingers. Like, I love this because if I'm gonna be taking a camera into a location like a coffee shop or a store or anything, I need it to be extremely small. Like this right here is so freaking small, so freaking lightweight. And this is a great setup. So if I'm gonna be rocking the 16mm in my bag, I'm gonna usually have like my Sigma 35mm f1.4 on me, just for a variety of shots. I like this because it has a very low aperture. This is my favorite focal length. Something about 35 is just beast. It's like close, but it's not too close. It's like wide, but it's not wide. I can't even explain. If you don't got a 35, get you a 35. But this combo right here is beast for vlogging, just creating content on the go. If I just want to do the one lens setup, I'm gonna just scoop the 16 to 35 f2.8. This lens is freaking ginormous, but great thing about it is if you got this, you only need to use this. You don't ever need another lens. So sometimes that's how I'm rocking, you know, but this is the small content creator kit. I like it. It's not super expensive. It works for what I'm doing. In all honesty, I want to switch to Sony, but I just don't want to spend the money to do so. And I just don't feel like selling all my gear. But that might be something that I do in the future, so keep an eye out for that. But that's my content creator EDC, my YouTuber EDC. These are all the things that I use to create this content that you guys see on a regular. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like. Make sure you guys check out Storyblocks as well. There'll be a link down in the description below. Drop me a comment about anything, show your boy some love. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.